Two Truths, One Lie, Historical Edition. Round 1. The United States purchased Alaska from Russia in 1867 for $7.2 million. 2. The wheel was invented by the ancient Mesopotamians in 3500 BC. 3. The Titanic had a sister ship called the Britannic, which also sank on its maiden voyage. Which one do you think is fake? And it's number 3. So the one that was false is the Titanic had a sister ship called the Britannic, which also sank on its maiden voyage. The Titanic did have a sister ship called the Britannic, but it didn't sink on its maiden voyage. It was used as a hospital ship during World War I, and it sank in 1916 after striking a mine. Round 2. 1. The 100 Years' War between England and France actually lasted 116 years. 2. Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa was stolen from the Louvre in 1911. 3. Julius Caesar was assassinated by a group of conspirators, including his own son. And it's number 3 again. False. Julius Caesar was assassinated by a group of conspirators, including his own son. Julius Caesar was indeed assassinated by a group of conspirators, but his son was not among them. Caesar was killed by a group of Roman senators led by Brutus and Cassius. Round 3. Number 1. The shortest war in history was between Britain and Zanzibar in 1896, lasting only 38 minutes. 2. Christopher Columbus sailed to America in 1942, funded by the Portuguese. 3. Sir Isaac Newton was born on December 25th, 1642, and went on to discover gravity. It was number 2. So false. Christopher Columbus sailed to America in 1942, funded by the Portuguese. Why? Christopher Columbus did indeed sail to America in 1942, but he was funded by Spain, not Portugal, because he actually asked Portugal first for funding, but he couldn't get it because they didn't believe that they could go around the world to get to whatever. But yeah. Or they didn't think it was, feasible, so. Round 4. 1. The Great Wall of China is visible from space with the naked eye. 2. Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of ancient Egypt, was actually of Greek descent. 3. Adolf Hitler was imprisoned in 1923 after a failed coup attempt and wrote his book Mein Kampf while in prison. It was number 1. False. The Great Wall of China is visible from space with the naked eye. Why? This is a common myth, but the Great Wall of China is not visible from space with the naked eye. Its width is way too narrow, and the materials used to build it blend in with the natural surroundings, so not possible. Round 5. 1. The first man-made object to orbit the Earth was the Soviet Union's Sputnik 1 in 1957. 2. Paul Revere warned local American militia of the British by shouting, "The British are coming." 3. In 44 BC, the Roman Senate declared Julius Caesar a dictator for life. Number 2 is false. False. Paul Revere warned local American militia of the British by shouting, "The British are coming." Paul Revere did not shout the famous phrase, "The British are coming," during his ride in the night of April 18th, 1775. He and the other riders were instructed to ride quietly and use more general terms to warn of the British troops' arrival. The famous phrase was popularized by a poem written by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow in 1860. Round 6. 1. The Wright brothers made the first controlled sustained flight of a powered aircraft in 1903. 2. The Great Fire of London in 1666 destroyed approximately 90% of the city's buildings. 3. The first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens, Greece in 2004. Number 3 is false. False. The first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens, Greece in 2004. Why? The first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens, Greece, but in 1896, not 2004. The Olympic Games have existed for so long. Round 7. 1. The Viking explorer Leif Erikson established a settlement in North America called Vinland, which is now known as Florida. 2. Abraham Lincoln was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth at Ford's Theater. 3. The Rosetta Stone, discovered in 1799, helped scholars discuss... 3. The Rosetta Stone, discovered in 1799, helped scholars decipher Egyptian hieroglyphs. Number 1 is false. False. The Viking explorer Leif Erikson established a settlement in North America called Vinland, which is now known as Florida. Why? Leif Erikson did establish a settlement in North America called Vinland around the year 1000 AD, but it was most likely located in modern-day Newfoundland, Canada, not Florida. Round 8. 1. The Black Death, a pandemic that swept through Eurasia and North Africa, killed an estimated 75 to 200 million people. 2. Napoleon was once attacked by a horde of bunnies when he meant to go on a rabbit hunt. 3. The Mongol Empire was the first empire to use gunpowder in warfare. Number 3 is false. False. The Mongol Empire was the first to use gunpowder in warfare. Why? The Mongol Empire did use gunpowder in warfare, but it was not the first to do so. Gunpowder was invented in China, and the Chinese used it in warfare before the Mongols. Round 9. 1. Galileo Galilei was burned at the stake by the Catholic Church for his support of the heliocentric model of the universe. 2. The phrase "let them eat cake" is often attributed to Marie Antoinette, but with little evidence. 3. The United States Constitution was signed by Benjamin Franklin. Number 1 is false. False. Galileo Galilei was burned at the stake by the Catholic Church for his support of the heliocentric model of the universe. Why? Galileo Galilei was indeed persecuted by the Catholic Church for his support of the heliocentric model, but he was not burned at the stake. He was placed under house arrest for the remainder of his life. Round 10, the final round. The lie is very subtle, so make sure to look close. I'll give you extra time on this one, but you can always pause the video. 1. Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper was painted on the wall of the convent of Santa Maria delle Grazie in Milan, Italy between 1495 and 1498. Sorry for my bad pronunciation. 2. Alan Turing, an American mathematician and computer scientist, played a crucial role in breaking the Enigma code used by the Germans during World War II, significantly contributing to the Allied victory. 3. President Harry S. Truman authorized the dropping of the atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945. And the lie is number 2. False. Alan Turing, an American mathematician and computer scientist, played a crucial role in breaking the Enigma code used by the Germans during World War II, significantly contributing to the Allied victory. Why? Alan Turing was British, not American. Did you catch the lie? Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more amazing content.